Now, today we will talk about the cult and the biggest cult in the world. Just take a moment. So, okay, cults. You heard about the negative sense, like cult just brainwash and make you to do something which is not good for you. Okay. So, what about the basic nature of cult? You can say the first nature you can say it like they manipulate. So, manipulation. If you will think little more, the other feature is authoritarian. You can say authoritarian. And the third feature, if you will think, like they try to control the group, controlling. Okay. I think these are the basic features of a cult. But think for a moment, do your society is not a cult? Because in society, like from the beginning, you will see that society created different classes. A authoritarian presence, manipulative, they manipulate you because they tell you, they show you that future is going to be better, we can do better, right? And they try to manipulate that you have to be, ultimately we all are going to die. Okay, we all are going to die, we are not immortal. And a lot of philosophy, a lot of ideas remain within the society. It doesn't matter how big society is, cosmopolitan or geo, like all the earth is a society became. Right now it's country and divided in a lot of things which we name diversity, but it is divided, but within they're trying to achieve that higher societies. So from lower societies to the higher societies means when everything becomes connected, like we are living in the internet world. Okay, but still the whole world is get connected, there will be some authoritarian who will rule the society. That's the basic feature of the cults, that's the basic feature of the society itself. Even the democratic society, you will see perfectly democratic society is not possible, right? Because democracy, like majority is going to rule, and majority, what was the happened to the minorities groups? So somehow democracy is still not, you can say, like it's an absolute system. Okay, we are trying to make our better world in that system, because till now we know that that is more better. If some ruler want to rule, then democracy is better. Okay, so society is a cult, they manipulate, there is authoritarian presence and controlling. So as I told you that society controls you by rules and regulations. Okay, and one of the important features of the cult is they will decide the punishment, social exclusion. When you will like break the rule, there will be like no rule, you are not going to be part of the society, everybody will start treating you bad. So that way, so somehow society have a rules, every society have laws and rules. So society is the big cult. Okay, and getting out of this cult is actually the enlightenment, right? And if you will see that whatever we have right now, because within the cult sometimes happen the conflict, sometimes happen the compromise, right? And liberty is given to them so that their cult becomes bigger. That's why our cult become bigger, society becomes bigger now, connected, because there is some relaxation in the laws. But who bring these relaxations? Revolutions and different agitations brought you some like relaxation, right? Like the science. So you can see that before the advent of scientific knowledges, there were already authoritarian knowledge present in the form of religion, and that religion try to dominate the socio-economic structure. Okay, but when the data structures break because of the scientific knowledges, right? Because the enlightened master think that Okay, they have something to offer which is more profound than our observation, our evidence. They are more towards the truth, so they accepted it, they allow it, right? But still the authoritarian nature is present, like the god. If you will see that, who is authoritarian? God. Okay. And manipulation, religious agents, you can say priest. And controlling, who is controlling? Government. Okay. Yeah, governing power, you can say any governing power. So all these features are of the cult. So society is a cult, right? And getting out of this cult will going to liberate you or enlighten you. That was the reality, or you can say enlightened knowledge, wisdom searched throughout the history. Even if you will go with the Plato allegory of cave, like persons are bonded in caged in the chain so that they can only see the shadows coming in the cave from outside. But when they, some of among them able to free themselves, they saw a bigger world outside. But I'm not talking about the bigger world, because that world, that dimensions still becomes a society, and still it is considered as a cult. You have to liberate yourself from the cult, not by entangling in them, not by indulging in them, but understanding indulgence is not key, silence is the key. Okay, you have to stop indulging in them, because the moment you indulge, you create a karmic drive that is called samskara, and that keep on you entangled in all these situations, right? So society is a cult. All the theories, even if you will take Bhagavad Gita, Bible, Quran, everything, that try to frame a better society, but that society is always manipulative, authoritarian, and controlling. So they are cult. All religions are cult. I have any religion. I'm not saying a specific. All the religions are cults, and you have to free yourself from this cult, this manipulation, authoritarian, and controlling natures. Okay. Bye. Have a nice day.